Hey everybody, in this little batch of videos we are finding the exact value of expressions by using half-angle identities. This is the third in this little cluster of half-angle identity questions, but there's a bunch more on the playlist, but if you're watching back to back, that's where we are. Here we have sine of 112.5. People tend to have a little easier time with half-angle identities when it comes to degrees because it's a little bit more clear which way you're going, and you know when to double and when to cut it in half. So what you need to know is, for starters, sine of 112.5 degrees is representative of sine of, so let's use a half angle identity, of a half of an angle. So we need to know the formula, the rule, the identity. Starts off with plus minus. It is not both of them, it's one of them. We'll talk about that again in a second. Radical 1 minus cosine theta over 2, where the radical is over the top and the bottom. This formula uses theta, not theta over 2, so I need to know what theta is. So if 112.5 is half of theta, then what's theta? Multiply both sides by 2, double both sides. 112.5 times 2, that means theta equals 225 degrees. Now, although 225 degrees is there, right? Somewhere between that and that, right? It's between 180. Theta is between 180 and 270. But my half angle is not here. Where's 112.5? That's 90. That's like 135. So somewhere in here, right? That's where 112.5 is. If I cut each of these restrictions in half, theta over 2, 135 and 90, well, it's not a coincidence. This is exactly what I just even said, right? So when we cut an angle in half, it puts us where the half angle is, and we can do the restrictions that same way. You know, the bounds on the little compound inequality right there. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We have theta. This is theta. We don't have the information to make a triangle like we see in the last two examples on this playlist, so ahead about 2 and 3 examples. And I did make a mistake in the last video, but I referenced the mistake in the second to last video. You'll figure it out. So we don't draw a triangle for this. We're using the unit circle. We just said it's up here. Sine of 112.5. What sign, SIGN, will that be? Positive. Quadrant 2, so it's positive. Square root of 1 minus the cosine of 225 degrees over 2. Positive. I'm going to keep it there, so it's not like it's blank. It's like intentional. I found it. 1 minus, what is down here, right? That's 5 pi over 4, if you will. What's cosine of 225? Over a medium amount, down a medium amount. Cosine is the over, it's the adjacent. So it's negative. Minus negative is plus, so I'm turning this into a plus sign. Please don't lose track of that. Root 2 over 2. So it was minus negative, which I changed to plus, root 2 over 2, all over 2. I'm going to put a big bun on top and bottom to start cleaning this up. Multiply through by my lowest common denominator. In this case, it's 2. So it'll clear out my compound fractions. I get more into detail at the end of the playlist on a different one. And I'm sure I did it in one of the other videos already. Distribute that 2 plus root 2 over 4, which is the positive square root of 2 plus root 2 over root 4, and root 4 is, you guessed it, 2. So it's the positive square root of 2 plus root 2 all over 2. And that is the sine of 112.5 degrees. There we go. If you feel good, happy and you know it, thumbs it up. Not so much, thumbs it down. Questions, comments, concerns, requests in the comments. Check the description box for direct links to videos, or you can click through to the playlist or the next example if you're just going in order. And I hope you feel smarter. Bye.